Cool. So we're live right now. So welcome to another episode of the LonelyFans podcast, YouTubers. Tonight we're talking the Eternals movie, our thoughts and review on it. So spoiler talk ahead. Let's start off with the usual suspects. We got myself, Carson Daly, Albie, and a fun guy. But we're joined with two special guests, Funko Fanatics, the pop hunters themselves, Poppy Kicks and the Sheen. Thank you guys for joining us.
What's up?
Thank you.
Figure we have a stacked cast since it was a stacked movie. So overall, I think we should go over our thoughts on the movie first. Who wants to kick us off?
I'll sum it up. Despite the fact that, I saw flaws, which is due to combining two different styles. You know, you got the MCU formula and Chloe Zhao's her environment. Despite that there were some flaws due to that, I loved it. Actually, coming out of the movie theater, I loved it.
You loved it. Wow.
I loved it. We'll talk more into it, but cast, awesome visuals. When the scenes get emotional, they get emotional. Yeah. So yeah, I'll say that. This could be granted that I just saw the movie. Like literally, I saw the movie an hour ago.
It's a lot of recency bias right now.
Maybe, sure.
No. I'll sum mine up real quick. Visuals, I think, visuals is beautiful. Casting was good. I don't know. It was really hard to get invested in all the characters for me, though, or to care.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot, and I don't want to delve too much into it. I want to hear other people what they think too.
I'll say I enjoyed it. Like my rating was probably a 7 or 8, more toward an 8. But overall, I thought it was a good Marvel movie. I've yet to see one that wasn't great, but I mean, I could see why people didn't enjoy it a lot. But I'll get more into detail later. But 7 or 8.
Oof. Yeah. We'll point to where you Go ahead.
Easily 7 or 8. It makes me want to watch more Chloe Zhao movies.
Really?
I instantly knew in the theater, I was like, fanboys are going to hate this. So whether you know who the Eternals are or don't, doesn't matter. The movie's good. It doesn't even matter which Eternals origin they base it off of. You know, YouTubers already covered that. Or you can Google it. Excellent movie. I know ratings hit it. Some may find it boring, but the cast meshed well. And that makes a difference, especially if the majority doesn't know who you're dealing with. Like, who are these people, right? You know, Robert Downey Jr., you know, Hemsworth, you know, Evans, yada, yada.
All right. So I went to the movie not knowing much about it, but like you can't deny the cast of superstars, you know. So I thought what no one really brings up is like the picture of the movie. It was really shot really well, and Brian Tyree Henry is someone that I definitely follow, so it's definitely something that made me really want to watch it. All in all, like Pac has said, a lot of characters flowing around. I was trying to get into each character, a lot going on, but overall, I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. My thing was I wanted to learn more about the Celestials, like the higher evolutionary. So it's like that was cool for me. Okay. What were you gonna say?
Well, no, to add to that, the Celestials, that was kind of the most awe-inspiring I've seen in a Marvel movie. I mean, just the sheer size of it, like how you can never really have a shot of seeing it fully in screen. Most shots, it's very like up close, but they did that on purpose to just kind of like it really wasn't. It kind of put chills down me when I saw like Celestial first time, and Ajax was only just taking up this
like
much of space talking to it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And we'll talk more about the ending, but even just seeing the hand come out of like Earth, I thought that was out of like all the things Marvel has done, that was probably the most chilling for me. Maybe almost even more chilling than Thanos' presence, even though we don't get as much like we do with Thanos, but it was like it definitely had me want to invest more in this story. And
That's fine, dude. All you have to do is just throw Cap's shield at one of those things, and it should die.
you think so? Well,
Best metal in the world, and then make a frisbee.
Yeah.
Ultron. I didn't quote him correctly, but he sort of said that, and he's right. They made a frisbee.
So
Tony made a frisbee. I mean, sorry, Anthony Stark. Wait. Yeah. I think.
Can I say it's easy? It's easy for me to say, like, I did enjoy it too, like, as well. I saw it twice, so I enjoyed it. But can I talk about, like, the thing I didn't like?
Of course.
And it's fine. We can jump around. I don't like how Kingo didn't participate in that final act. That pissed me off. And I understood why they did it, but I was like, really? He's just gonna leave, and then he's still part. You know what I mean? That, to me,
agree.
That was a flaw for the final act, I think.
And I was anticipating for him to show up at some point, like Joe Pavlazek, but it did. Yeah, I agree. It didn't quite happen, especially when he had some of the coolest fight scenes.
Yeah, I was expecting him when Sprite stabbed Cersei. I was like, oh, here comes Kingo or someone was he was going to show up, but no, he never made his appearance. That was disappointing.
Yeah. I understood the complexity of it, but at the same time, as far as
I'm about to say,
for satisfaction, I would have preferred him to show up at the end.
You know what I'm going to do? I love it when they, like Star Wars, circumvent expectations. So Kingo is basically the star of the movie. I love this documentary playing. My favorite character is his valet for 50 years. Hands down, favorite character of the film. But I'm very glad he didn't show up because most comic movies, especially Marvel, do that whole final fight scene, slow motion, everybody gets a cool part. I'm glad they stuck to their guns and did not have him show up because he said he wouldn't. So I was okay with that. That's my favorite. That's my other favorite part. Like, he's really not going to be in the fight. There's no good or bad guy in this film. This is excellent. Yeah. This is an in-family brawl. This is great.
Yeah. And complexity story-wise, I understood.
Yes.
But action movie-wise,
future writer.
He was the coolest dude, like, kind of like, doing the thing with his fingers and stuff. He was practically the MVP on that Amazon, like, that fight scene in the Amazon, where it was like an ambush from the Deviants. I thought that was, like, really well done. I mean, he was MVP. I mean, everyone was really cool. Like, Icarus was really cool. Gilgamesh was really cool. But, gosh, but that was definitely, really well done.
I would only agree a fun guy if it made sense. Like, I don't know. To me, the coward's way out of saying we can't stop him, and then he gets to reunite himself with Cersei and Sprite at the end doesn't sit well with me.
Understandable.
Get it. You're supposed to be family, but yet you chicken out when your family needs you, and you don't pick either side, and you're just kind of doing your own thing. You know what I mean?
I got it. That makes sense. Like I said, good. I'm not arguing against you. It's just that counterweight no one's going to really want to say. Also, here's the fanboy. Watch the eye. Here it comes. But actually, here's the part I didn't like about it. I didn't like the fact that deviants are shown as parasites when I read about the movie, but I'm glad it shows them and the Eternals are the same. Both created, just one's an unwanted child. I did like the fact they fixed that in the film. When I watched
it. That was definitely more than I thought they would use him for, because when you look at the trailers and all that, it looked like they were just like playing
another bad.
But, like
pretty much a great film.
Faceless, like monsters that people complained that the MCU did a lot, like with the Chitauri and all that.
Yes, they're a race of people. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that. They're just as important as the Internals. You think they're the bad guy, but they're actually not. There are no bad or good in this film. This film's beyond bad or good. Yeah. It's scope. It's universal. It's creation. It's depth. It's necessary movie for the MCU Lich Pen. That's what this is.
Yeah. I just want to know, Sheen, you said you gave it a 7 or 8 out of 10. What would have made it a 10 for you?
7 out of 10. Like, honestly, I knew that some Eternals had to die. I just didn't expect those ones to die. I will say that. So, like, the Selma Hayeks, the Don Lees, who I thought Don Lee was the most powerful Eternal. I thought he would survive a little more than collecting two of the other guys, honestly. I thought he would last a little longer. I thought he would be in the final fight. Um, I wouldn't say that would have made it a 10, but it would have gotten a lot closer to a 9. I would say that. I'll also add, like you and Albie said, the Kingo. I wish he was in the final fight. I think that would have definitely would have made it a 10. But having Don Lee and I think Selma Hayek, at least in the end, and possibly die in the end, not throughout the movie, I think would have made it 10 for me.
That's another point. Yeah, they killed Homeboy off real early in that movie.
All right. I will. Maybe my expectations were low because, again, the way it was marketed, it almost felt like Don Lee didn't even have a speaking role in the movie. So I was like worried. So I was at least glad that he had some good speaking roles. He really made his presence known in the movie. I love the pairing with him and Angelina Jolie. But I could understand. I can't help, but I wanted more from that. It'd be cool to maybe see them, not just him in the final fight scene, but him and Athena kind of fighting side by side. That would have been cool. But at least it was a really effective death. I actually teared up when he died. I was like, God damn it!
Did you really?
I did. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I think I agree. I
They had
mean,
a
you
good
built up his
partnership, and now
character.
he's gone.
Yeah, like Albert said, you built that partnership up with Athena, and then how he literally took it upon himself to protect her and not have her memories erased, and then he's just gone later on. And I know why he sacrificed himself, but I feel like it could have been. I think he could have survived just a little bit longer, as Albert
Sure.
said, and had a little more speaking roles. I think I would add
I'd
it
still
on.
give him credit for building that relationship in a short amount of time because the bigger focus was Cersei and Icarus,
Mhm.
so they weren't as focused as much as I would like to. I almost kind of wish they were the main characters. Not that I had a problem with Cersei and Icarus, but part of me wished that they were the main characters. But I was impressed how effective like their relationship was with the time that they had in such a huge ensemble.
Yeah, it kind of seems like gaining character interest for like individual ones, and they only had a 2.5 hour span. I think you said it as soon as the movie ended, Poppy Kicks. We were talking about it. Like this would have been better as a series.
Yes.
Honestly, it would have been better as a Disney Plus series, so we can get more invested in the characters. And I applaud, Chloe Zhao for doing what she could with 2.5 hours with 8 characters, 10, I think, including the villains. Maybe I don't know. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think it would have been much better as a Disney Plus series.
And two things I want to say. One, this is probably the first time they've done that because we never had a Origins movies with such a stacked. I think the closest thing I think of is Guardians of the Galaxy, but really Guardians was still like a smaller group compared to the Eternals.
Way smaller, yeah.
Much smaller. So it was kind of bold for them to do it. And I also couldn't help thinking that this would have made a really good mini-series or series. But I really am glad I did see like this type of spectrum on a big screen, though. That's like just all the visuals we saw, but like the Celestials, like that. I'm actually trying to see this again. I'm trying to see it in an IMAX theater this time.
Yeah. I've seen it twice. I don't know if I'll go 3 times. But, yeah. But another thing, I guess I'll jump right into mine. But she didn't really have that many scenes, but I was a huge fan of Makari. To me, she stuck out of all the Eternals. And plus, I really liked her powers and the way she was able to handle Icarus at the end.
Oh.
It was very Flash-esque when he was fighting Superman.
It's hard to stop a speedster, man.
Yeah.
If you use the speedster trope with their abilities, it's hard.
Were any of you guys expecting that swerve though from Icarus?
No.
No. Honestly,
Honest answer. I didn't know what he was hiding. The movie did a great job of hiding that. But when I saw the barn, I was like, deviance, eh? I had no evidence. I was just like, I didn't read anything. I didn't spoil myself. Deviants, eh? Deviants wrecked the barn and left the house intact. Whatever. I'm just gonna watch
I never noticed that.
Yeah, the barn's
I
fucked
didn't.
up and the
Yeah.
gate's fucked up, but the house is perfect. But deviants attacked her and she died outside of the house.
Outside.
I watched
Just
too many buddy cop
perfectly
movies.
laid there,
Perfectly
and
laid
everything.
out in your clothes, no sign of a struggle, and there's things in your neck. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know it was Icarus, but it was fishy. And I said the movie will reveal it. Let me just sit back and not do what I usually do and solve it. Let me just sit back and watch it.
Didn't think about that.
It's me, man.
No, those are good details. For me, it almost means like they try to make it look like Druid was going to be the bad guy. I mean,
the misdirection because he was the one that wanted to control everyone's mind.
Yeah, but I give props to that actor. I got to look up what his name, but he was
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, no, that's not shame on me. I don't know his name. The last movie I saw him in was like Killing of the Sacred Deer, which he was also. He was really good as a bad guy in this movie called Killing of the Sacred Deer, but he really I thought his performance was really good in Internals as well. Like that's probably my surprise moment. I go like, oh, I didn't really think about this dude, but he put in a pretty good performance.
And the cameos, as Poppy said, the screening and the camera angles and the one shots and the close-ups, some of the best they've done in the Marvel movies thus far.
Yeah.
Easy. For camera team, directing team, writing team, and camera team need props. I may watch it again.
Oh, the scenery was
just
amazing.
Some of the best cinematography I've seen in the Marvel movies yet.
I definitely really liked it when they flashed back to all these different points in time, like Babylon and all that. Oh, Babylon looked really beautiful.
Beautiful scenery.
The way that looked. And then when they're I
can't wait to talk about the Celestials.
Going with what Poppy Kicks and a Pack Photo said, imagine if they did a series and all the other time periods they would be able to explore. That'd be incredible.
Imagine the paycheck they'd have to write Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, there's always that.
Disney can't afford it.
They honestly, they should have just killed those two off so they can make a series out of it.
So it'd be less expensive. Oh.
Yeah, man.
The series would have been dope because I want to see more of the Celestial conversations. I could have watched a whole movie with them just talking to Celestials because the end scene coming out the planet, Therum calling them the judge. Look how tiny you are. You know, I am the god of your. I'm not a god. I'm more than that. Because I didn't like them calling them gods. It's you want them to be gods. It would be easier to deal with them if they were gods. They're beyond that. They made the place where your gods pray to. Get me? That's how solid this movie is. Celestials are the existence besides the living tribunal. What was that? The living tribunal. What? When they bring him up, it's going to be so dope.
I don't know. I'm hoping it leads to that guy, Galactus.
Me too.
At some point.
It
all leads to.
I love them making the universes. They had to be born. Yeah, the FF is coming, man. Wolverine's going to pop up first, I think, and then the FF.
I don't know. I'm hoping at some point, in the future Marvel movies, they at least acknowledge that big-ass Celestial in the ocean. Other characters in the universe will at least acknowledge it.
He better be in every movie.
That is...
Look, the entire planet knows that Thanos is no longer news on Earth. They saw a big-ass red face. That last scene before he snatched him, who didn't notice that unless they were asleep?
Huh?
That was great. Like Poppy said, that was great writing. I mean, Sheen said it too. And then we all said it. The freaking red face at the end and the one in the planet on the news, the hand and the whole James and Giant Peach thing going on. Come on, man. You can't ignore that now.
It's chilling. Absolutely.
The whole world.
That could lead, say, I think Poppy Kicks and Pac-Man said it, if they acknowledge it, does that mean other villains that are on Earth will try to, dissect it just like the Chitauri did?
They should.
I think in, was it Spider-Man? The first Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, because that is a body of a Celestial. Even if they don't know what the Celestial is, they all know where it's located. Google Maps that. You know what I'm saying? Big hand and head in middle of ocean. Why? Reddit.
Yeah.
Well,
You got to pull a vulture. You can't miss that. Come on, man. Come on, man.
and I can't wait to see how this all like ties in because I do want to see how these Eternals will interact with other like Avengers and other like MCU characters. Like it'll be an interesting team up, mostly because how the tone of the Eternals was. It'll be an interesting team up of how they'll all mesh if they do. I mean, hopefully they do. I mean, I don't know if they'll do it where Eternals were working in the background, but I hope they interact even with Spider-Man. That'll be interesting, or Shang-Chi and whatnot.
I don't know, man. I think there's so many. I think we talked about this before. I think there's so many characters now. I don't know.
Right.
It might be years before we see another team mashup. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see them cross movies, like they'll be in each other's movies, like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, and then Wanda and Doctor Strange and all that stuff.
That's true.
But I'm wondering, like, Celestials are living beings, right?
Technically, they are sentient cosmic beings as far as I'm aware, yeah.
So when Thanos snapped his finger, that would imply that at least they had to have gotten dusted, or at least a Celestial, right?
Nope.
Creatures of the universe?
So technically, I could be making this all up. Let me see. As far as I'm aware, I think the Celestials are separate and can't be affected by the gem. Stones in the MCU. I don't think they were affected. I could be wrong. They can change anytime they want. But as of now, I don't think they were affected. I think it was like, don't interfere. Because he is an Eternal.
Eternals?
Yeah, he is an Eternal. So I think, no, don't interfere with Thanos. Thanos is an Eternal with a deviant gene. If MCU is using that origin, they've retconned because of the MCU Thanos' origin a few times by now. If I'm right, if the redones, I'm right. But he's an Eternal with a deviant gene, unless they swapped that already. And you know who showed up at the end? His brother. That's real. The polar opposite of Thanos.
His very handsome brother.
Let's jump right into that. Yeah, take it away. Take it away, Bobby Kicks. Let's jump right into that. Then. Let's talk about
skip right to it.
Let's talk about the after credits scene then.
Definitely enjoyed it. He did great in this little scene he had. Of course I gave a standing ovation in the movie theater.
He really did. If you guys are wondering, he really clapped.
His phone came out very quickly to snap this.
Oh, yeah.
No, he did not
change
do that
the
at all.
MCU.
He didn't photograph of it.
He's going to be the life of the party if they use him right.
Oh my god.
Eros is definitely the funniest, best, and worst thing that happened to Marvel. His power is to get people, LonelyFans.
No.
He gets them to OnlyFans. If you get what I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes sense. Arrows. Okay.
His power gets you in the mood for libations and celebrations. Pokemon.
Interesting.
That's his power.
All right, let's talk about that post-credit scene. Unless you guys want to touch up more on the movie.
We can, if you want.
Well, I mean, we can bounce back and forth, but
Yeah,
as soon as that troll popped out, I was like, "Oh, that's Pip the troll."
Yep.
I knew instantly it was Pip, and I was like, "Oh God, that means here comes."
Yep, you knew it. I knew it. You knew it. We knew it. Here's the eye.
No, I didn't. I am such a noob. I knew nothing about Thanos.
That's good.
So,
yeah, he learned it.
So I was definitely confused, but also in awe because I'll admit Harry Styles is cool. So I was like, well, Harry Styles is cool.
That's two of this panel. All right, who else agrees with him?
Hey, he's a
fun guy here.
He's a talented singer. Acting wise, I've only seen him in Dunkirk, but he was really good in Dunkirk. So,
Fun guy. Where do you stand on Harry Styles?
I forgot Harry Styles was Eros. All I see is comic book Eros. I just geeked out. So.
Well, we're
I'm no help
already
at all.
here. It's just you and I.
I
don't
still
know.
see
He could
in my
be
mind
cool.
right now.
He could be cool.
Eros from the 80s.
He can, but he's at the bottom of the totem pole right now.
Let's give him a shot.
I'm gonna give him the shot. I'm gonna give him a shot
because he can play.
He can't mess up Eros' role, can he?
No, because he is Eros in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yo,
I believe Chloe Zhao picked him though. That was a casting from her.
Oh, Zoe, she did.
Chloe. Yeah, I think so. If I heard correctly,
Oh,
she had his eye on him since she saw his acting ability in Dunkirk. So,
Oh my God!
like,
Wow.
so now she found out.
All right, fine. Maybe he's a good actor. We'll give him a chance.
We'll
Give
see.
him a
We'll
chance.
see what happens.
So,
Well,
oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
No, well, so I'm guessing whenever the next Eternals movie will take place, he's probably going to be part of the team.
He's going to make his way to the screen
He's gonna, yeah.
and showcase his talents.
I had never seen. Was he in any other movies?
All I know is
Right.
Dunkirk.
Was he a big role in that, Albert, or no?
No, it was an ensemble.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he was in the One Direction movie too.
Oh my God.
This is
Then on top of that, Justin Bieber's a great actor because of his. I don't know. I can only speak for that moment, knowing nothing about Eros or anything. All I can say for that moment, it was affect the moment. There was a charm to him, and I was like, okay, well, I'm intrigued enough.
Enough for you to clap for him when you saw him?
Okay, no, I didn't do that. I was more just on my seat going, okay, I see him there, yeah, baby.
Why did you turn into Jay Leno when you reacted?
Yeah.
Jay Leno, I think I sound more like Larry David, like, what am I doing here? Pretty okay, I don't know. What's a Marvel movie? I don't watch. Was that Superman? Were they trying to make a joke? I thought that was Superman. That looked like Superman. Actually, weird comment. Was it kind of interesting that they recognized DC Comics? Like they made a Batman reference and a Superman reference. Like, okay, in this universe, those are fictional characters. I thought.
Wait, yeah, because Gilgamesh referenced Batman. What did he say again? Though he was like,
oh, he said it to the valet. He goes, oh, you're like Alfred from Batman.
oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
that's what he said. And then Pathos' kid was going like, oh my gosh, that's Superman.
you have the cape.
And Rob's I keep saying Rob Stark. Icarus was going like, I wasn't wearing a cape in my bad Scottish accent.
I never
cape.
I never watched Game of Thrones, but Sheen was telling me when they were standing across each other, that was their subtle hint that they were brothers on Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
It was weird. I wish they would have said something. I wish they would have said something, but I think that would have been too corny in that sense.
Yeah.
Or how about this? How about the fact that Icarus, was in love with Cersei, which is the name of.
That's true.
True.
And look, everybody's seen. Everybody's seen end the Game of Thrones, so look, that's the second time Rob had to die before John. So
actually, my sister made an interesting point that after seeing the movie, like, so I think the actor's name is Richard Madden, or either way, she was like, is he like the new Sean Bean? We're just gonna see him die in a bunch of movies. he's gonna be a guy that's built to be a leading man, just like Sean Bean was. But for some reason, every time we see them in popular movies, they die.
Just like Nicolas Cage.
What are you talking about? Nicolas Cage survives and thrives, man, and almost. Have you not seen Con Air?
I wish Kit Harington had a stronger role though.
Oh.
I wish he had a stronger role in the movie.
I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, his time will come. Whenever fun. Oh gosh. Well, here's our friend Chris. What a bunch of lonely dudes. Thanks, Chris. As always,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, dude. It's good to see that you're subscribed too, because I did switch to subscribers.
I agree though with Poppy Hicks. Like, I wish he did. And I get it. He's going to have hopefully a role later on. I think, did they say he's going to be in Quantum Mania is what the rumor is or something like that?
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that, the post-credit scene. When he picked up the sword to be the Black Knight.
Black Knight?
So, yeah, because the rumor was that he was in the quantum realm in Ant-Man, apparently, or his castle or something like that is in there.
Really?
But so Bobby Kicks will definitely you'll get your Kit Harington fill, dude. Like he'll definitely get his own. I don't know if it's gonna be a series or a movie. It'd be cool if it's a series, honestly.
Just gotta be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He alone can carry a series. So if Disney Plus makes a series for him, the guaranteed seasons, dog.
I mean,
Go, Joshing.
I would say, like, I agree. I think he could carry it. He's already done something like Game of Thrones in that esque. So doing his own, like, in between. I think Packwood said this, like, in between two movies. If they continue doing this should be a perfect intro to do Black Knight, of having maybe a year or two from now. Hey, let's give him a series in between that it connects two different movies or something like that.
Noob talking here. Can y'all tell me who Black Knight is? Like, I don't know much about Black Knight. So as that credit scene looked cool, like of the setting of it and everything, and definitely brought a lot of curiosity. But I know zero about Black Knight. Like, is it easy to explain, or do I probably?
Well, I think I can explain. Dane Whitman's a fictional superhero appearing in American comics published by Marvel Comics. I'm just reading Wikipedia.
You're gonna read the.
I'm about to do the same thing. I just Googled.
I just know him by his action figure. Honestly, I didn't know who he was till that. But he has a long-standing history, though.
Yeah. Well, I did like Kit Harington in the movie, though. Like, in the non-action scenes. I mean, he brought humor. There was also like kind of a charm to him as like sort of like a dorky professor.
I do like the humor. He oh god, he said, "I'm gonna unsubscribe now." Please don't, dude. We're so close to 500.
He'll be back. Wait and see.
They'll all be back. No, I did like his humor, like when they're jumping up the railings, and he's just like, "No, stairs,
no stairs."
That was funny.
And the whole thing about, so you can turn me into a giraffe, and like,
yeah.
But the Black Knight used to be one of my favorite Avengers, and kudos for you spelling favorite like that.
Oh, that's the original way.
Favorite Avengers.
Kit Harington way, the British way.
Let's check with a fun guy. Do you know anything about the Black Knight? Okay, yes. All right, good.
Do you?
So he is going to be interesting. I didn't expect him to show the Ebony Blade in the movie. Did they say it was the Ebony Blade? No.
They mentioned
but when
it.
you said it, I understood it because
So
I thought they had mentioned it in the ship. She mentioned it.
Man.
Oh, you're right.
No, that was Excalibur. That was
Okay,
Excalibur.
But they asked if it was the Ebony Blade. She goes, "No, it's Excalibur," and I was like,
So there were so many.
Nice reference to X-Men.
Correct. For
Excalibur.
anybody, X-Men. Oh. So there were a lot of Easter eggs I may have missed. They were in England. They dropped the sigil. She had the ring the whole time. He has the Ebony Blade on the desk. They said his name. I said, "Oh, they're really setting up the Black Knight. When are they going to show him?" He said, "Amateurs."
That's why we're the LonelyFans.
And you, sir, you guys. So, am I going to drop the armor? Is he going to put it on? When they showed that on the desk, that means his uncle is dead. Remember the uncle he was supposed to talk to? His uncle was the previous Black Knight. When you grab that blade, they're not joking. That blade can cut through anything in the Marvel Universe. Just about.
Celestial?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a magical blade, man. It breaks rules. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Whatever
vibranium?
rules they put on it. Yeah. The one in the
Even
comics can cut
vibranium.
through vibranium. Yes.
Jeez.
Wolverine's not protected from the Ebony Blade. Neither is Black Panther.
The Hulk is.
Whoa.
This could smash to anything.
It can cut through. Well, I'm not sure.
Whatever the hell this is.
Chris can correct me on this since he's in the comments. I'm not sure if it can cut through a Mjolnir, but it's a magical blade, and I don't know the limits of it personally, but it can cut through a lot of ish, and people, and things, and beings.
So you're telling me that blade can cut through a celestial?
technically could cut a piece of a Celestial. I don't know if he can just run and fly and cut him, but it can technically hurt him, yes.
I think Pack Photos is trying to go like, if they brought this to his attention earlier, he could have took the blade out and he could have defeated the Celestial.
Could've been
No,
And then
it would have been like this.
we could
Remember
have
in
had just a 2-hour movie
So-
instead of a 2 hour and 40-minute movie.
The problem is the Celestial would have been like, "That's very nice."
Okay.
Lick it off.
Like, no, he wouldn't even get near him. Like, you don't even
Well,
see me.
Do the
Next-
all that for a drop of blood.
Next
Not
time,
the Celestials bleed. But.
next time they do like a live convention, Mr. Harrington in the Excalibur.
Excalibur.
Is
So they're
there a
probably going
way
to do
to-
the
To get out of
Captain
the dungeon
Marvels.
without using the Wizard King. What the hell?
Chris said he was in Avengers 46 or 47. What is that? The 46 team?
the issue.
Oh God.
Yeah, Black Knight is not a new character at all. I'm glad they're bringing him in because you heard Hersh Ali's voice in the
Well,
background.
Blade, yeah.
Okay, so that's
Okay, that's who it was. I was
Blade.
wondering who that was.
Yes,
Oh my
it was
God.
Mahershala
He's
Ali.
already in the room. He knows more just by him being there and said, "You sure you're ready for that?"
Why is he in
So-
the room though?
Wow.
Do you
They're
think
probably
he-
going to do their own version of Midnight Suns.
Oh,
He's going to be in the
gosh.
Blade movie, or Blade's going to be in his movie first. So Blade's going to be in the Black Knight movie first, from what I understand.
What?
Keith
Now
Harington's
that
going to be
you-
the main character. There's
Oh
going to
my
be a Black Knight movie
I'll be
or
so
TV
shocked.
series.
There you go, Splashy.
I'm excited. Now that you mentioned that changes that scene entirely. I was trying to
Think
figure
about
out
it. Think about
whose
it.
voice
If
that
I'm
was.
wrong, right? Let's say I'm 100% wrong.
Blade.
Why don't they make sure you hear Hersh Ali's voice? at
So
the end?
when you say
Why?
he's in the room already, does that mean after Cersei leaves, he goes? I guess the sword's already in his office. So is he already in the area? So did he leave and then he came back? And Mahershala Ali is basically saying, "Are you ready to do what you're going to do?" that
Yeah,
what you-
so I'm assuming from the end clip, all the clues they gave us, the blade was sent from his uncle. He was keeping a secret from Cersei. He's like, yeah, I got some secrets too.
There's a-
He already knew about the Black Blade. He already knew about his uncle's origin, the family, whatever. It's not a curse. It's just is a thing. Because I think in the comics, the Black Blade was made by Merlin. I think,
The
if I'm
wizard.
correct. Chris can correct me if I'm wrong.
Without the Wizard King.
But it's because it's not Excalibur. It's for a different purpose.
Look at it.
But I
It's
think
for-
Marvel's Merlin made it.
Gonk Prime is a loyal follower. He jumped in.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Thank you,
Spoilers. Yeah, Gonk. Dude.
Yeah, if you haven't seen
sorry,
Eternals,
What do you mean? What do you
if
mean?
you haven't
Sorry,
seen
bye.
Eternals, you gotta go.
Don't leave, man. You already heard the spoilers, dude.
If you gotta go, Gonk, I get it. These are heavy
yeah.
spoilers.
It's
right
more
now.
about the journey than the destination.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Gonk sick.
Actually, kind of describes this movie.
Yeah, like spoiled milk, dude. What?
What?
What are you talking about?
As in super spoilers. As in,
Spoiled.
if you listen to this podcast right now, you know the entire movie. We dropped some bombs.
Yeah, Gonk will save you $12, dude. You don't have to go watch anymore.
But
No.
let's
Did
talk
you-
about
We'll
what
see you on
else.
the big screen.
Did you guys
What
like,
else didn't y'all like about the movie?
Wait, what'd you say? Poppy Kicks?
Did you guys like Cersei?
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
character? Yes.
I did.
She showed depth. The actress showed some depth. So I'm
I like
like
Gemma
Gemma
Chan.
Chan as well.
I'm with Albie.
James,
After watching,
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to say it because Juan doesn't like the movie, but after she was in that,
Okay,
I thought
I'll say
she was a really good actor.
She was
What
actually
movie?
the best. She was one of the best parts in Crazy Rich Asians. Actually,
Thank you.
I still
her
haven't seen it.
storyline was
Do y'all recommend
probably
watching
more
it?
interesting than the main storyline. Yeah, it's worth watching, but
Bad move.
Bad. Chris said bad movie.
bad movie.
Are
No,
they
it's a
actually
bad
crazy? Are
I
they
agree,
actually
Chris.
rich?
Look,
I
Well,
agree.
yeah.
I thought she had the best role in Crazy Rich Asians. She was very.
Yeah.
I thought she was amazing.
so I'm glad she was the central part of this movie. Like
He shook
kind of
his
the
head
one
like-
where you explain things, but she was the most connected to the humans, which I really like when we flash back to those scenes and how she's like experiencing
think
the
she-
world and whatnot.
I think she did a decent job. They could have done without Sprite. I don't know
Yes.
how you guys felt about that. I think
We'll talk
so many
about that.
characters-
Well,
with so many characters in this movie, it was already a tough
Yeah.
task at hand. Sprite, to me, every time she was on screen, I
I could have switched her for Don Lee getting killed. I'll say that. I'll keep Sprite, but I'll take her switch over like Donnelly because he was. How are you gonna say he's the most powerful Eternal and then like he's gone?
Because he
I
was
think to
killed
show
by
the
his
severity
family,
of the situation.
the deviant, I guess.
Yeah, like
So-
trying to show the severity of the situation.
So after
So-
seeing it twice, I can see like because I already know Icarus is bad. I noticed when they're at the Amazon place, like Droog's village, you notice when he's attending Athena, Icarus specifically says when the main deviant comes, he's like, "Hey, Gilgamesh, I could use your help here," kind of setting him up to get killed by Crow.
Oh, that
So
just
it's
makes
like
it all
that-
sadder.
Because he knows Gilgamesh is like, "Go, they need you over there," and then Icarus is like, "Fine, I'll go ahead and leave," and then he knows that
Oh,
Two-
that makes it all.
Yeah, it's even sadder. To Poppy Kick's point, also like there wasn't enough screen time for me to care about her like saying like, "Oh, I wish I could grow old. I wish I could do this." It's like I'm not that invested for me. You know what I mean? I don't know if it makes sense to me.
And
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this. And I'll say performance-wise, I think the actress did the best that she could. But maybe one of the reasons why she was probably my least favorite, but hopefully maybe they can explore more with the psychology of her looking like a kid and all that. But one of the reasons why it was kind of like a bore for me was her powers are just like Loki's.
Illusions, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
She
So
was doing the same stuff that Loki did.
Oh, what were you
for a
gonna
lot
say?
of the Eternals, they should have spruced it up a bit. They should have showed some variances with the cosmic power that we haven't
Yeah.
seen. Icarus pulled a Vision. We got it. Pulled a Quicksilver. Seriously pulled Doctor Strange move. They should have gave them something really unique. With the tech we have now, that's my fanboy gripe. I wanted some unique stuff.
Again, it probably more has to do with that we just have so many characters, and it's hard to like, especially for an origins movie, it's hard to give everyone that. So I do hope that they find more reasons to use Sprite in like the next Eternals movie.
Well, she's no longer an Eternal.
Oh, that's right. Because okay,
What
maybe that opens for more interesting things than her being an Eternal. Maybe
She still has her memories though.
Wait, were you gonna say something, Poppy Kicks, about her after we were talking about like?
Oh,
it's hard
yeah.
to, like,
Just to piggyback what Albie said earlier, Gilgamesh and Thena's relationship, I really enjoyed that. I felt like if Sprite was not in this, we would got more of that developing.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed that storyline.
So the sun is way low. Didn't bother you?
What is that? I noticed
Sun's
that too.
getting
I did
way
notice that
low.
too, but that's not. Hold on one second. Chris said, "Wasn't Black Knight also in Defenders?" I'm not sure. Movie is for comic book fans, not for MCU fans. Excuse us, dude. I did not say bad movie. It was a good popcorn movie.
Okay, it was a good popcorn movie. I had some. I bought a large.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen more of the dynamic for Thena and Gilgamesh. Honestly, I preferred that over the But did you? I don't know.
Here's something. Would the movie have been better animated?
No,
but
I
then
really,
no.
I
think
really liked what they did live action. Like just the visuals that we had there. It was like, I'm really glad they took a risk with this.
Later, dude, said that in podcast later. Oh my god, dude.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
For those
Chris,
who don't know,
Soaker
join
sponsoring him? Is Super Soaker sponsoring him?
Did
He
you
makes
post
still
that
so
on?
super
Chris, I needed to read that.
Christ.
That was worth my
God.
time.
I
No
was
sarcasm
legitimately
at all.
reading that seriously until
He
he said
dropped
the
the
end.
mic and walked away. He said, "Thank you. I'm actually a Marvel Comics fan, not an MCU fan. Peace." That was dope.
Now let's talk about Super Soakers. God damn it.
Okay.
I was reading
And
that
here's your
seriously,
cat
and I was like,
intermission.
"Oh, he's got a podcast." And then
I'm a cat intermission. Cat intermission. Cat
Yo.
intermission.
Well, I got an intermission for you.
Here's my cat.
Okay. Sponsored by. Well, that looks really cool. What's that from?
Oh, it's Fortnite links.
I never played.
I know you got a Funko there, Poppy Kicks. What you gonna pop it out to?
I got a lollipop.
Ooh. To answer Fun Guy's question, no, I don't think it would. The reason why I say it's better live action, I needed to see a Celestial in live action.
Oh, got it.
because we only saw like a 2-second clip of one in Guardians, and I wanted to know more about them.
Agreed. This had a better. This affected the audiences more as live action. You're correct. If it was, this is the one time I agree where live action Eternals had a bigger impact than an animated Eternals movie would. The one time.
Now going forward, now that we know about live action, if they do a what if with Celestials, then I'll be happy with it.
Ooh, I want more Celestials too. Just more Celestial stuff, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
So are you sure that's Blade and not the Watcher? No, I'm kidding.
Hersha Ali was not signed up to play a Watcher.
It took me a minute to figure out that the voice.
I thought it was Kang.
You thought it was Jonathan?
Jonathan
No,
Majors.
are you sure it's not Wesley Snipes playing Blade this time? It should have been.
I would love that.
Look,
They're like, hey, I didn't pay taxes, but I'm back out of jail.
He said,
well,
I'm back
not
out
to
of
mention
jail.
Wesley Snipes being done with Blade 3 because he didn't like participate.
That's
Or
true.
was,
Didn't he give his
really
blessing
Oh yeah,
too?
oh yeah. But if you give Wesley Snipes MCU money, he's coming back.
You give him that
Oh,
paycheck.
true.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
said,
real
"Shit,
talk.
I'll come back."
Just give him the director, Del Toro.
Didn't he give his blessing too, in a sense?
Blade
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, Hersha Ali's going to do fine. What I don't like is Blade's going to be not rated R.
Was that official?
B,
What did they make it?
probably it's going to be PG-13, man. It's not going to be as fun.
Rated G.
Well, that's weird because I thought they said Deadpool 3 was going to be rated R, so I don't know.
I thought that's
Only
the only
Deadpool is
one.
rated R. Only Deadpool
Okay.
movies. They're not going to do any other rated R movies. So Wolverine's going to be PG-13 just because.
Sorry,
Even though
Albie.
Logan made money.
Sorry, Al. Only DC does rated R movies because they can't.
That's true. That's true. Marvel's not doing any more rated R movies besides Deadpool. It's going to be
Justice
all
League was a
teenage.
great movie because there was cursing in it.
But so the problem is that's cool because that just means I can watch Blade 1 and 2, skipping 3 over and over again as a alternate universe.
Hey, with the whole multiverse thing happening, who knows? Maybe Wesley Snipes could show up. And
After not
yeah.
paying taxes.
Could you imagine how hokey it's going to be if the multiverse is just an excuse for people to come back, like Ben Affleck's back as Daredevil, and like.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I remember
Poppy
mentioning
kicks,
this
no.
before.
No.
They said no.
When did we talk about this? I remember mentioning this before. Like, I hope they don't use that too much, and that's their way of bringing like the X-Men in. And they're like, hey, we didn't recast anyone. You got all your favorites. You got Patrick Stewart. You got Hugh Jackman, and everyone's favorite, James Marsden, as Cyclops.
Nobody
Hey,
died
He was
ever.
a good Cyclops.
Hey, I'm not saying he wasn't. In
I
fact,
think there was an Oscar nomination for his performance in X-Men 3, if I remember correctly.
Can we agree that
Yeah,
X-Men
let me look
2
that
was
up real
just
quick.
bad?
You thought the second one was bad, really?
No. What's the one
X2?
where the bridge?
Oh, that's X-Men 3, The Last Stand.
Yeah, 3 is bad.
Yeah, that's easy to agree. That was one
As
of
my
the
friend
worst
says,
things.
no, Dad, that's what you want.
Yes. I'll keep this up here for the rest of the podcast. You can listen to the Love Sense Pillow Talk podcast available or podcast available. Clothing options.
No.
Nice.
That's very
Okay.
nice of you, Chris, but it's pretty like cold in here, so I'm gonna keep all my clothes on.
Clothing is on.
Yeah.
All right. Can I wear a
Plus,
costume?
I think when I played Super Soakers, I always had clothes on. It was fun getting wet with your clothes on. We're talking
Super
about the water
Soaker
guns, right?
50
Yes, we're talking about the water
100.
guns.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Super Soaker 50 or 100, though. Which one do you
I
want?
remember when I had a Super Soaker. It was called like the Double Soaker or something. Yeah, it was
Double
fun
Soaker?
to
Hey, on
Did you ever
that
have the
note,
Shocker
when you
Soaker?
listen, when you listen to
I
this
think I was gonna
podcast,
ask my nephew to watch this.
oh my gosh, just
Give
tell
us
him
a
to stop
5-star
at the
rating.
48-minute mark. Make sure to give him a 5-star rating. Leaves a sexy comment. You got it, man.
Got it.
Our sexy comment is just linking this video to.
So actually, I got a question, and I brought it up to Pack Photos. Do you think that Thanos isn't as crazy as he is now after watching this?
Ooh. Let's dive into that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh no,
He's
wait,
not as
hold on.
he's not as
We got-
evil as
hold
you
on.
said.
Sorry. We got breaking news from Bruce Gabion. Thank you for joining us. You guys see the new official Spider-Man poster? Green Goblin is in there.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard about it. I picked the podcast. I picked a YouTube video that's going to explain the poster. So someone leaked Green Goblin. Nobody says no to me.
Is it the Cole one from Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Oh yeah, the one that made.
Sarcasm.
Godspeed.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
there he is.
Okay, so here, let me go share my screen real quick.
Let us see it. Let us see it.
We'll talk about what you just mentioned, Sheen, in just a second. Let me just see this real quick.
Let me see. I want to see it.
This is a breaking news.
Don't
Breaking
Spider-Man.
news.
Spider-Man leaked again.
Watch it be another
Denial
Photoshop
again.
picture.
Sony doing their secret marketing
Oh, no, that
tactics.
Wait, let me see it. Let me see it. Any proof of Lizard? Nothing. What about upper left? No. Yeah, I see no proof of Lizard on the poster. We see proof of Sandman, proof of Goblin, 100%. Sinister 4.
Any Vulture or
Yeah, that's all I was looking for. But Vulture's going to be a Morbius, so, but not as Vulture.
Yay.
So I don't see Vulture yet. No evidence that I can see from here. Hello, Peter.
We'll see. I feel like there's like too many leaks. I'm like, just release a damn movie already at this point.
Remember that he denied them all. What's his
True.
face?
Well, I heard me again.
Disney had to find a way to
they
lie.
all denied everything. Like there was Andrew Garfield like, I'm not in it, when he was like the worst liar ever, and then Charlie Cox was doing the same thing. I don't know why people think I'm in it, and I go like, wow,
But
Charlie.
Albert,
You
didn't he
guys
say
aren't
I
bad
didn't get a
actors,
call?
but-
He's like, I didn't get a
Yeah.
call. It doesn't mean you can't get an email or something. You didn't call your agent or something.
right. Just
So
trying
I
to
got
be
no electronic contact at all that I was in the bin.
electronic. I like how we assume that English they get very specific. Electronic contact at all.
They do American accents better than I do English accents. That was my really bad Ringo for trying to be Charlie Cox.
Well, I like how most people, when you see them like perform, but then you find out that they're like British, like Andrew Garfield, Hugh Jackman, Australian, Daniel Okoye, the guy from Get Out, British as well. In fact, he made a funny joke on SNL when he goes like, "Oh, when you guys hear me how I really speak, people go, oh my gosh, he's not black."
Who said that?
The actor from Get Out, Daniel Okoye.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya, sorry.
That was a good film.
Wait, did you guys mention his reflection? Tobey Maguire? Did I say that right?
No.
Look at the poster. His
Let me
reflection.
see it.
His reflections.
What?
His reflections in the.
In the poster itself?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I was having technical difficulties. I'm still using dial-up internet.
Look.
Electronic mail.
His reflection.
Isn't it a lightning bolt?
Oh, there is a little bit of red.
That's Tobey Maguire's face.
And the reflection of the claw.
I'll have
snap.
to like.
Look.
Oh,
He
snap.
said, "Look."
Oh, snap. Okay, I see a
from
little
here.
bit.
It looks like the Phantom of the Opera, so I can't tell from here.
Share a screen, Pac. Share a screen.
I'm going to try again because, it like froze when I shared my screen. But just a second, real quick. Thanks, Bruce, for joining us and finding a chance to join you guys. Chris said James Marsden collects awesome watches. His first watch was Seiko, and it's spelled Okies backwards.
I didn't know that.
Thanos not necessarily evil. Theory. He did save the galaxy from Galactus, but now I must really leave. Oh, all right. See you then, Chris.
All right.
He said on Cosmic Wonders page, there's a high-res look on Goblin.
Okay.
He said what they should have done is introduce the Fantastic Four in the movie.
Ooh. That's
All right,
a good point, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for doing that, Poppy Kicks. While I was like trying to
That
figure
is
out what the
Toby.
hell happened to my internet, dude.
Dial up, man. Dial up.
Dial up. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm using free
OnlyFans.
myself.
Brought
I'm
to you by
using free
AOL.
AOL CDs. If y'all have some, give me some. So I get 3 minutes.
Zoom in right there. Yeah. That's Tobey Maguire's face.
It is.
Where?
It does look a
It
little more
looks
red than the other rust
good.
on the rest of the body,
It's him.
but
The
It's like
top
head of a
finger.
baby dolphin.
It's
dude.
him. Look at the brown hair on the right. Look at the ear to the right.
Wait, what am I looking at?
So,
It's
like,
hard to even
the
tell with my
claw.
fake ass glasses on.
See my hand?
So right here, up there.
Look at the back of the claw. The back of
Okay,
the top
photo.
claw. That's a reflection.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's
You
his
see
face.
it.
Yeah.
This is
Andrew
face like this.
Garfield. Andrew Garfield.
It looks like a baby doll's face.
That's why I say Tobey Maguire. Andrew Garfield.
he said that.
Andrew Garfield would look manly. This looks like a scared little boy, so it's Toby.
Toby with the Venom suit. Suit where he slides across the floor.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Damn, was this leaked? This was leaked like 30 minutes ago. Damn.
Right, so that means we're probably gonna get a trailer soon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
That
And we
still
get- we
won't
get some
show Tobey
subscribers from
Maguire
this,
or
hopefully?
Andrew Garfield.
Hmm?
We'll get a trailer and it still won't show Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire.
I
Don't
bet
tell
you
me
it
that,
won't.
Albie. Don't do
I bet
that.
you it won't. It won't show it.
Don't do what?
won't show
Criticize Sony's marketing campaign.
If it shows it, I'm gonna put this out there. If it shows it and we're wrong, Sony will invite us to a red carpet screening if we're wrong. I'm just putting that out there. It's a possibility.
Did you see the meme where it was like Spider-Man on like a ceiling and it's like Cosmic Wonder? What's this, and this?
I didn't see that.
It was funny as hell.
Send it to
okay,
me.
cool. So it is gonna be Willem Dafoe. That's cool.
Goblin's there, man. That's his Goblin. William
Thank
Dafoe's
goodness.
Goblin.
Dafoe.
Wow.
So
Who else
get
is
at
gonna do
least
it?
5? Is that 5 villains that we get in this poster?
No, hold on.
Doc
Wait,
Ock?
so
That's
Doc
four.
Ock, Sandman,
Doc Ock,
Electro.
Sandman, Goblin, Electro.
Oh, 4.
I think
Okay.
we got to keep in mind is that they probably won't show up with a crazy amount of screen time. It could
Correct.
be just a split second.
So pessimistic, dude.
I know. Where's
Actually,
Where's
hold
the-
on,
Come
hold
on,
on.
Albie.
You know there's
guys
gonna be a
remember
big
when you were
bang,
kids?
right?
You guys remember when you were kids and there was an episode of Power Rangers and it was advertised showing all the monsters the Power Rangers fought were going to be in it, but when you watch it, they're all just visions.
Oh,
You
know what,
guys
let's-
remember that
let's-
episode of
Just
Power
break
Rangers?
my
not
heart
watch the
even
movie.
more, Albert.
Just,
Damn.
You guys-
just believe.
Let's
It's
just
a-
watch the movie.
Remember that episode of Power Rangers? That was pretty heartbreaking for me. I was really looking forward to that episode. And it
so
was a
here's the
cop-out.
bad news, right?
What?
So let's say we're wrong, and they are going to show Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. But how long is the movie? Anybody know?
Just as long as
said
they're in
it's
it.
3. I think they said it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours, almost 3. Is what
Okay.
I've been told.
So that's enough for. And who's going to
Yeah.
be the big bad? Who's going to get the most screen time? You think?
That's who we
It's going
don't
to be
know.
because you're going to see You're going to see Doctor Strange
Um,
versus Peter Parker. By the way.
Mephisto.
You heard me.
Hey, I'm gonna still stay on that train. I don't care what anybody says. I'm on
Doctor
Mephisto.
Strange and Peter Parker are going to fight.
I was going to say Asif Manvi. He played Tobey Maguire's boss at the pizza place. He's
Oh
gonna
my
be the
God.
villain.
I hope he's back.
So, okay,
Which
so
trailer
here-
today?
yeah. So this is why I think we'll see them in the trailer because Bruce brings up a good point. Sony loves giving spoilers, especially
Sure.
in trailers. They've always the Venom movie. They played the ending scene in the trailer. They did that in Amazing Spider-Man with Paul Giamatti's fight as Rhino and Andrew Garfield, and then they did it with another movie. I'm trying to remember what.
Morbius. In Morbius, they showed Falcon. I mean,
Vulture.
Vulture.
Yeah.
They
So-
showed Michael Keaton as Vulture. They pretty much showed an after credit scene in the trailer.
That okay, so I'm gonna say this too, and Bobby gets what I think. Oh, is Green Goblin? Go show it again. I'll full screen you real quick. Hold on, where are you at?
Me. I say it all the time.
That's a good. Yeah,
Dogs and a hero is to see a hero
There we
fail,
go.
fall, die trying. They're right though. He's right. He's still right after this day. I say that on the daily. So don't be an overachiever, or I'm going to say it to you.
yeah. You know, Morbius is gonna be good.
Yes.
Morbius will be.
Morbius is not going to suck as a film. I'm saying that now on cam live.
I'm with you on that train. I think it's gonna be good.
Look at the
I'll
trailer.
be okay.
The
The
question is
trailer
gonna be
is
great.
better than the
You know
Eternals
it's gonna be
trailer.
good. The question is going to be great.
It will, because it's gonna premiere in January, so everything's gonna suck in January except for that film.
It's probably true.
Wait, aren't they releasing in January? Because it will suck too. Usually that's what January is. It's that month.
Wow. So,
Wow.
Look, it hurts me because that's my birthday month. You know how it feels to try to organize a birthday?
Wow.
Yeah,
We're
I
Do
tried
it
to
on New Year's Eve.
I try to organize a birthday get together. Let's see what movies are on. Oh, there's this movie called like The Bounce with Owen Wilson and Morgan Freeman. They're in an island somewhere.
and join us on the LonelyFans podcast on Albert's birthday. We'll be watching Morbius. We'll be watching Morbius live streaming from the theater.
Woo!
He's spoiled this year.
And we won't get kicked
Play by
out
play.
because
Bruce
And
says,
Sony's going to promote us.
sorry, Bruce says if we're up to Sony, relax. Endgame's trailer would have shown the Cap wielding Mjolnir in the portal scene.
That's true. Good point,
Yeah.
Bruce. Well played, Bruce. Well played.
Well played, Bruce. All right, so I like how Spider-Man hijacked this Eternals movie.
He did. Spider-Man.
You go ahead and zoom
What
in on
about
this.
Spooderman?
But it just shows you when something is breaking news, we're on it. We're on it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bruce.
yes,
Or
we
whoever
are
told us.
live.
Did Bruce
so-
tell us about this poster?
So I think the actual time is 2 hours, is what I'm reading on a couple articles, 2 hours and 39 minutes.
Okay. 2.5 hours.
Was the face? Okay, I'm still
Toby.
trying to. Was the face right here?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like
Isn't this-
the is that God, every time he does that.
What did he say?
I feel like that's the like shoulder of part of it, and his head like goes into. I don't know. It could be rust for all we know.
Nah,
It's
Toby.
face in fear.
Wait, what's his face look like again?
I don't know. I think we're looking way too.
Do it again.
That's a weird question. Right there.
It's Toby, man. I'm with you on that. I'm on the Toby train. Hashtag Toby train. Hashtag LonelyFans.
Oh man.
Hashtag Mephisto.
The fish.
Like this though. Or it's James Franco crying.
No,
Yeah.
Franco's not in the movie.
Yeah, he has a tendency to cry in mirrors in that movie. So
That's true.
That lightning bolt's Thor. Thor is going to be in this movie.
That would
Oh.
be the funniest cameo.
It's not even Electro.
Peter. I can't do
But,
it.
hey,
Can you do
Spider-Man,
an
I'm
Australian
here.
accent.
He would just
Look,
show up and just in the movie. You're like, hey, Strange, quit playing. Peter, come on, man. Let's go.
I want it to be the three Spider-Man. But I remember I said it's just gonna be Venom. Everyone thinks it's gonna be Spider-Man. It's all gonna be Venom showing up.
Venom.
Lethal Protectors, man.
Yeah, but he's not going to be in the film. And if he is,
He's
If
gonna be in
I'm
the
wrong-
post credit. He's in the
Hey.
post credits.
I almost
I'm
feel
wrong,
like
yeah.
he should be in the film after
It's-
the hoopla of the after credit scene of Let
Yeah.
There Be Carnage.
It's
I
the
go,
most.
man, after all that.
that would
It's
be
the-
worth it, though.
It's the most Sony thing to do, though, to make you think it's Spider-Man, but it's fucking Venom.
Just Venom.
It's true.
No Peter Parker. No Andrew. Or Andrew Garfield and Toby both die, and then Venom saves the day.
Whoa,
and
whoa,
goes,
whoa, whoa.
Could you some help?
And then Eminem's original Venom song starts playing.
Is
No,
that Venom?
no,
Venom?
let's
we got
not.
the Venom in it.
Venom.
We got that Venom with him.
Yo, he
Come
got
on,
paid a lot of
come on.
money to do that one. To make a song like that.
What are you talking about? They're going to come on. It'll be Eminem and Ed Sheeran. It will be called Lethal Protectors.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
And if they don't show up, then Poppy Kicks Morbius will really be better than this movie if they don't show up in
It's
this.
true.
It'll be close to it.
It'll be close. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Morbius looks like it's trying to be like Batman, only he's
Cooler?
turning literally into a bat. Cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cooler than maybe
gonna
cooler
be-
than
We're gonna be
George Clooney's
surprised.
Batman.
It's gonna turn out really good.
Yeah,
It's
man.
gonna really
Look,
good.
I'm okay with being surprised. I just really need to manage my expectations.
I will say this, and I told
Yeah,
Albert
hey,
this.
Here,
Yeah.
what?
I will say this. So obviously, Leto was here with Justice League. Morbius will bring him up just to a level playing field. He just goes back to the normal spot. Not here. Just,
Look,
As someone that used to
Give him
be a
the
hater, as someone that used to be a hater of Poppy Kicks, I'm giving him props for Morbius, and I'm gonna watch the House of Gucci movie too.
Oh, he's going to be good in
Oh, I'm
that.
gonna watch
He's
that
going to be
too,
good in
but
that.
I'll be.
He'll
You
go
know
be
you're on
that.
point
I'm
with
gonna
that.
watch that because of Lady Gaga and Adam Driver.
Lady Gaga's in it.
Adam Driver.
Lady Gaga's in it.
Yeah, tell us what you said during the theater during the trailer. Poppy Kicks, what did you say about Adam Driver could learn from Jared Leto in the movie?
You know why I said.
You want me to say it? Because I wasn't there.
No, go ahead.
I wasn't there. So what happened?
That's
The
another
House of
movie.
Gucci.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Oh wait, isn't Lady Gaga the main girl?
Yeah, she's the one that
Yeah,
killed
she's the main girl. She's the reason why I'm gonna watch the movie, not Jared Leto pulling a Johnny Depp impression.
Were you caught in a bad romance?
Yes.
him. Terrible.
I feel like Jared Leto's been just being Johnny Depp, like on crystal meth or something.
Compliments I hear.
But hey, look,
Compliments.
I don't mind.
It's
but
called
I don't mind
method
being
acting,
surprised.
Albie. It's called method
Like-
acting.
Which honestly, just because one actor does it well, which really that's Daniel Day-Lewis, doesn't mean everyone can do it.
Daniel
well.
Day-Lewis is a good method actor. I will admit that. Like really,
He's good.
Probably one of the few where it truly works, while everyone
Correct.
else just sounds like an asshole.
Yes. Speaking of Daniel Day-Lewis, what did you all think of Eternals?
So back to Eternals.
Thanks, Bruce.
We
Look,
all
I-
give it a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
The director, what's her name again?
No.
What's the
Chloe
director's
Zhao.
name again?
Chloe Zhao.
Chloe Zhao.
Chloe Zhao. Chloe Zhao. Kudos to you, straight from the LonelyFans. There's
I
not a
mean,
lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I can wait.
Well, I feel like we actually got to mention Chloe because we definitely saw a borderline clash of styles because we got people talking about like the MCU, and also if you look at the movies Chloe Zhao has done. So last year was Nomadland. One of my favorite movies from her is Songs My Brothers Taught Me. It's about Native Americans at a very young Native Americans in a reservation, especially dealing with like sort of alcohol crisis. Anyway, sorry, didn't.
I'm
mean
going to
to
watch that.
like them. But if you look at the style of her movies, she really takes her time with her shots and all that. So I was impressed, even though there were probably some scenes that needed tweak, and I'm surprised how much of that she was able to put into this MCU movie because the MCU is not really known to have these like type of shots, and also there was very little. It looked like there was very little like green screen and stuff involved. Everything looked like a real like natural setting or like a lot of like actual sets builds, and it was. If anything, I felt that was worth it. And I hope that even though Rotten Tomatoes didn't really give score, I hope that
Who cares?
hope that encourages like Disney and Marvel to do more of that. Take more risks like that.
They will.
Thank you for the Deadpool cameo.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's so whatever. I rather think Disney will listen to the money instead of some critics.
That's true. They'll listen to the money
Rotten Tomatoes
first.
always gives superheroes like bad ratings.
What movies get good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes?
Dude, there was like one I saw in some Walmart DVD section. It was like I think Ryan Pinkston was in it. It was like certified fresh, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" No one takes this so seriously.
Who's Ryan Pinkston?
He was on Punk.
Punk.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
Like I get it. There's credible critics, but at the same time, it's like I would rather watch it first to formulate an opinion rather than follow the trend of it's gonna suck because this guy said.
Yeah, don't listen to critics and then not even watch the film. Come on, people. Come on, general audience. Really?
Yeah.
If I
For
told
me,
you
it's
a burger
usually just
tastes
who's the
horrible, you're gonna
talent.
stop and you're not gonna eat a hamburger if you eat meat? Come on now. Or beef. Come on.
I think what's also important, like sometimes me personally, I don't really necessarily listen to Rotten Tomatoes first. I go in for the talent. So I went into this movie not only because I like what the MCU has done, but I went in there because I like Chloe Zhao. I like the cast that was in there. I mean, we talked about Gemma Chan was good. We all like Don Lee. And then Brian Tyree Henry was also become one of my recent favorites. I went in there, I was going to watch it even if Rotten Tomatoes had a 10% score. Whatever. I think I want to support the talent first, and then maybe explore critics later.
Yeah, I like. Honestly,
Yeah,
I like.
shit.
Despite him not being in the third act, I liked Kumail Nanjiani, and I like. Honestly, I liked Angelina Jolie's character. I know some people didn't. I liked Angelina.
I like
Jolie.
her character.
Tina?
Yeah.
Oh, I liked it too. Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
Action-wise, she was definitely like next
Yeah,
to Kamal.
on point.
Kamal, like she was like, and Don Lee, she was like. I'm glad they at least kept her for the final act for that
Yeah, the choreography was good.
action.
I have the stage choreography
Yeah.
was good. No problems with the first superhero film.
Where it could have been better is the Deviants could have looked a little bit more of a threat instead of.
Yes, I didn't want the deviants looking all non-sentient.
Yeah.
I wanted them to be not exactly like the comics. They don't have to be literally Jack Kirby's deviants or exactly like Thanos, but I wanted them to be, once they morph, to have each one have more character depth. Crow nailed it, but I wanted more of the, hey, we're just like you. We're not just the big bad of this movie. Or seemingly bad of this movie. It was a great movie. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I would want to say though before my internet goes dial up again, before we sign off, does anyone have any last words on Eternals or the Spider-Man poster that got
Or Deadpool.
or Deadpool?
Or Jared Leto.
This silence says all we need to know about Eternals.
So, how much
I'm
money do you think it's
kidding.
going to make?
I
How
told
much
you it's
money?
going to make as much as Shang-Chi.
It's gonna make Shang-Chi money.
70 to 80 million.
I
it
hope
was
so.
like-
What's with the reaction? You don't think so? Afunga?
I wanted to.
think it will.
Let's find out right now.
Well, I think
Let's find out right
I think
now.
the first weekend
out
it
right
did pretty well. I think it's more like the following weekends we got to focus on.
Let's hope no one listens to the critics. Drum roll, please.
Okay, so opens with 71 million at the box office. Despite okay. Now, what was Shang-Chi's?
Yeah, what was Shang-Chi?
100?
No. Box
No, it
office
wasn't.
Was
weekend?
it?
200?
200.
No.
Huh. That can't be right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, wait, okay. Oh, Shang-Chi dazzles with a mighty 71.4 million opening weekend.
Okay.
Very, very, very similar.
It should have made more than that.
Well, if you're including Labor Day weekend, which is the Monday, it said 94 million.
Should have made more than that.
But if it's, yeah, but
Well, Shang-Chi did pretty well for not only opening movie during like the pandemic
Yeah.
that we're still going, but also during Labor Day weekend because Labor Day weekend had a history of having like low box office numbers. But
Because everybody's
Cast-wise,
outside.
they're close though. Like cast-wise of movies.
you're right. It's a stack
Yeah.
cast. Yeah.
It's a stack cast.
The
motherfucker.
All-Star team versus like a perennial championship team. It's like,
Yeah.
well, that's really respectable.
It's cool to see though that like at least like less known characters are still getting like the moviegoer treat. People are still invested in some of these and still watching these, even though they don't really know much about the character. You know.
I knew zero about Internals, but didn't stop me from seeing it opening weekend. Practically when they announced it, it was the same confusion I had when they announced Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time. I was like, what? And if I wasn't lazy, I would have picked up a book and read stuff, but
Or Marvel
I
Wiki
couldn't
or
even-
Wikipedia.
I couldn't even get into that.
Marvel Comics database.
Sometimes I don't mind walking these movies blind because it
That's
helps, like with like the surprise factor,
Suspension of disbelief.
you know.
Yes.
And
Um,
maybe afterwards I'll look into the comics, but I'm glad I went to this movie blind.
That's okay.
And before we head out, I do want to thank Poppy Kicks and the Sheen for joining us.
Thank you.
Wait, Tony Stark's dad name is what? I forgot.
Howard.
I said
Howard.
Anthony. Howard Stark
Think
made the shield.
Howard.
Yes.
Think Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes, except
Yeah.
Howard Stark.
Howard.
How did I forget his dad's
So
name?
Howard
Doug?
Stark.
How? How? Yeah, Howard Stark.
He wasn't an
Nice.
important character. No, I'm joking. All right.
Never trust
and
a Stark.
Thank you again to our usual suspects and Poppy Kicks and Sheen. Thanks, Poppy Kicks, for holding it down while my internet reset. I saw you were trying to like zoom in on there, dude.
And I zipped away off camera too, so we both had disappearing acts.
All right, yo. This is Carson Daly and LonelyFans signing out. Thank you. Peace.
Until next time.